Here are your updates for April 28th, 2021. First, we have new ad styles. Facebook has announced new updates that will allow you to create several types of advertisements. One of those being in Instagram Reels, where it will be highly interactive, just like an organic reel post. Those are now available in these countries here: India, Brazil, Germany, and Australia, and more countries to follow in the following months. Also, there's sticker ads being tested for Facebook stories. The example being, use it for e-commerce, get an influencer to post about your handbag if that's what you're selling, and they can have a sticker in the text with a call to action where it directs people to your shop. And these influencers will get paid a percentage of revenue. No specific details on how that will go, but always love seeing content creators and folks getting paid. Next, watch out for privacy violations. Goulson shared this in the Digital Distillery Pro group. A warning of potentially violating personal data sent to Facebook. I did a little bit of research on this. I'm not the best to explain it because I'm not the most tech savvy, but it has something to do with collecting personal data through things like Calendly and other forms, and then sending that back to Facebook. And I think Facebook's just saying, hey, we don't need or want this data because you're violating that personal data and you're sending it back. So just so that you don't inadvertently break any kind of privacy laws or do anything that you shouldn't be doing with Conversion API or any other way that you're sending data back to Facebook based on your funnel and the information you are collecting. Next, watch out for video topic targeting. So this option is to show ads on videos related to a specific topic. Let's say you're selling golf clubs. You can select golf as a topic, and it's going to appear on videos related to that topic. You can select from 20 main video topics, such as sports, and 700 subtopics. That's a lot. That's a lot to me. Next, potential reach is a potential problem or has a potential problem. Facebook is facing a lawsuit saying that it led people to believe that potential reach is referring to the number of people, not to the number of accounts. I'm not sure what we can do on our side as advertisers. That's often something that I look at when I'm creating a top of funnel cold audience to get that potential reach to an appropriate place. But it may just say, hey, maybe go a little bit higher than you normally would, knowing that it's the number of accounts, not the number of people as it would have led you to believe. So it is more the number of accounts that you could reach, not the number of people. So looks like that is going to get rectified now that that has been brought to light. So we'll see what happens with that in the future. Next, on this segment of, hey, I know them. Alex Stewart, a true MFing G in the Academy Mastermind, shared this. You see this within Ads Manager. This little disclaimer saying these results may not include conversions from people who have opted out of tracking. And Elizabeth Stiles McNevin, also a true G, saw this as well. I love both of them. I know them, and I feel very fortunate to know them. So watch out for that. It's just telling you very blatantly and very clearly, and this may not be reflective of all the data and events that we're tracking. What the heck is this? Yeah, let's show anyway. Maybe that'll get edited out. So here we have lightning round. Ding, 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 ding. Woo, yeah. First, we got Facebook reconfiguring its Newsfeed algorithms to ask users to report negative experiences in Newsfeed. I like that. Facebook, as a result of Apple's upcoming iOS change, now it happened on the 26th, people are reporting rising ad costs as advertisers shift more of their money from iOS to Android. I've also heard the opposite, where people are seeing fantastic CPLs and ROAS the past few days. Apple, their tracking transparency is already leading to antitrust complaints. Yay. Instagram is working on new sticker types. One of them is a link sticker, which indicates that users with fewer than 10,000 followers will soon be able to include links in their stories. That is awesome for folks with less than 10,000 followers. So you don't have to try to get to that milestone to be able to include a link in your story. How fantastic is that? Facebook is collaborating with Spotify. Man, don't you love when these tech companies actually work together and get along? cough, cough, Apple. Personal opinion has nothing to reflect with DD Pro or anyone I'm affiliated with. I'm not a fan of Apple. We'll just say that. So Apple working with Spotify to create an in-app podcast player within the Facebook app. And lastly, not specifically about Facebook marketing or Instagram, and probably the only time I'll ever mention Yelp on these updates, but I like what they're reporting, a general spike in new business openings. How about that? We're a little over a year into this pandemic. There's been a lot of business closing, sadly, unfortunately, but things are back on the rise, and you love to see it. I always love to support new businesses opening. Let's help them out as best we can. Those are your updates for the week.